Hi, everyone, and welcome to SHRM Study Sessions, the podcast where we talk all things HR, professional growth, and of course, SHRM certifications. Today's episode is a bit different and one I think many of you will relate to. We're talking to someone who's currently in the trenches, deep in her study process for the SHRM-CP exam. Our guest, Riley, is here to share her journey so far, including the lessons learned from her first attempt and how she's preparing to tackle the exam again. Welcome to the show, Riley.
Thanks, Shirley. I'm excited to share my experience, especially because I know how isolating it can feel when you're not successful right away.
That's so true. Let's dive right in. What motivated you to pursue the SHRM-CP certification?
For me, it was about credibility and confidence. I've been working in HR for about 3 years, mostly in recruiting and onboarding. I wanted to expand my knowledge base and show that I have a deeper understanding of the HR function overall. I don't think I'll stay in recruiting and onboarding forever, and I thought the exam would be a good opportunity for me to learn about just how expansive HR really is. I don't know where I want to be long-term yet, but I've been learning so much about the different areas of HR. It's been super interesting, and I'm learning a lot.
That's awesome. You took the exam once already. Can you walk us through your preparation process for your first attempt?
Sure. I gave myself 3 months to prepare, which felt like enough at the time. I used the SHRM learning system as my main study resource and supplemented it with free practice questions I found online. My strategy was to study a little each day, about an hour or two after work. The issue, though, was that I focused too much on memorization. I was so caught up in learning the vocabulary and definitions that I didn't spend enough time on application and situational judgment questions, which are a huge part of the exam.
That's such an important distinction. What was your exam day experience like?
Honestly, it was overwhelming. I got to the testing center early and checked in, but once I sat down, the pressure hit me. The first few questions were challenging, and I started second-guessing myself. I also didn't manage my time well. I spent too much time on a few tough questions and ended up rushing through the last section. When I saw that I didn't pass, it felt like a punch in the gut. I knew I hadn't been as prepared as I thought, but it was still hard to face.
That's a tough experience, but it sounds like you've taken it as a learning opportunity. How are you approaching your preparation this time around?
I've completely revamped my study strategy. First, I've extended my timeline to 5 months. I realized I need more time to really absorb the material and practice. I'm still using the SHRM learning system, but I've added a few new resources, like a study group and a set of practice exams that focus heavily on situational questions. I really like that the learning system is good for about 3 test cycles. If you're purchasing the system, I highly recommend planning it out so you can stretch your purchase through 3 cycles, just in case you don't pass on your first try. I'm also focusing on quality over quantity. Instead of cramming, I'm spending time really understanding the concepts and how they apply in real-world scenarios. For example, when I study employee relations, I try to think about situations I've encountered at work.
That sounds like a much more strategic approach. What's been the most helpful resource for you so far?
Honestly, the study group has been a game changer. Hearing how others approach the questions and learning from their perspectives has been so valuable. We meet weekly, and we'll review practice questions together and discuss why certain answers are correct or incorrect. It's helped me understand the why behind the answers, which is crucial for this exam.
Let's talk about the mental side of things. How are you staying motivated and managing stress during this process?
That's been a big focus for me. After my first attempt, I realized I was putting way too much pressure on myself. This time, I'm trying to keep a healthy balance. I've built in breaks to avoid burnout, and I make sure to celebrate small wins, like mastering a tough module or improving my practice test scores. I've also started journaling about the process. It's helped me track my progress and remind myself why I'm doing this.
I love that approach. Do you have any tips for other listeners who might be preparing for their SHRM-CP exam?
Absolutely. First, Don't underestimate the situational judgment questions. They're tricky, and they make up a big part of the exam. Practice as many as you can and focus on understanding the reasoning behind the correct answers. Second, don't try to do this alone. Whether it's a study group, a mentor, or even just a friend to check in with, having support makes a huge difference. And finally, give yourself grace. It's okay if you don't pass on the first try. The exam is tough and it's meant to be. What matters is learning from the experience and coming back stronger.
That's fantastic advice, Riley. Before we wrap up, what's one thing you're doing differently this time that you think will make the biggest difference?
I think it's my focus on application. This time around, I'm not just trying to memorize the material. I'm working on truly understanding it and thinking about how it applies in real-world HR situations. That shift in mindset has already made a big difference in how I approach the questions.
That's such a valuable takeaway. Riley, thank you so much for sharing your journey and being so open about the challenges and lessons along the way. I know your story will resonate with so many of our listeners.
Thank you, Shirley. I'm glad I could share, and I hope my experience and my story will help someone else on their journey.
To all our listeners, if you're in the middle of your SHRM certification process, know that you're not alone. It's a tough road, but it's also one that will make you stronger and more prepared for whatever comes next in your career. That's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Thanks for tuning in.